What's up, everybody? I'm Kevin.
And I'm Sergey.
And we are the Tabletop Warlords. And today, we're going to be doing another unboxing. Just a few weeks back, we had the Renaissance man himself, Sean Sutter, owner of Metal King Studios, on our channel for an interview, which was super awesome fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sean's a great guy. And on that note, he was kind enough to send us the latest box set he has for his game Relicblade, The Storms of Kural.
Like Kevin said, this box set is an expansion pack for the game Relicblade. If you haven't played Relicblade or haven't seen the interview that me and Kevin just did with Sean, it is an absolutely fantastic fantasy skirmish game that is focused on heroic combat.
Being a skirmish game, that means that you're most often going to have anywhere from about 3 to 6 fighters, and those are going to be pulled from the good forces of the advocate or the evil forces of the adversary.
Relicblade really feels a lot like playing a great game of Dungeons & Dragons from the exact moment that your Dungeon Master says roll initiative.
But in many ways, it's even more cool than Dungeons & Dragons because instead of playing one character in Relicblade, controlling the whole party means that you get to be the wizard, the barbarian, the fighter, and the rogue all at the same time.
We are super excited to crack open this box set because not only does it have a card-driven campaign that's brand new, it also has a bunch of new upgrade cards to flesh out your characters, and the pièce de résistance, it has 2 fully made warbands, one for the advocate and one for the adversary.
The way that the warbands were designed really makes this box set perfect for new players because each of your warbands contains 4 characters, each from a separate faction that exists in the game already. So it's a great introduction.
It really feels like you're getting both a Fellowship of the Ring and a Fellowship of the Ring that happens to be a chaotic evil.
But let's stop yammering and get this box open.
Yeah! What's the laugh?
We're gonna... Before going into too much depth, let's simply look at what the contents are of the Storms of Kural 2-player battle set. Oh, that was easy. So it's been opened by gamers already who couldn't help but look. Okay, so the first thing is you get an entire manual dedicated to the box set describing the new campaign set and all of the new characters within. Ooh. Also in the box set, we get a whole new thing of tokens to represent the different status effects, and it looks like we got 2 different sizes of rulers in there too. We have a bag containing all of the new cards. I believe it is 36 in total. The last thing in the box, the best part, all 8 of the miniatures, which are used in both of the warbands they provide. Very straight and to the point. I'm liking the artwork on everything thus far. Looks great, nice little compact box. But now that we know the contents of the box set, let's go through each element and take a closer look.
The first part of this book is a large section on the lore of the Storms of Kural. It also has a section of lore on each individual character represented in this campaign. Additionally, it gives you a tidbit of tactical information on each one of these characters for you to get a feel for how they play on the battlefield. The most important part of this book is that it contains the Relicblade Storms of Kural card-driven campaign, which is an absolutely fantastic campaign that has a lot of randomness to it and also really puts the relics of Relicblade forward, so each battle is going to have a lot of cool magical flavor. The final section of this book will have a section on painting and also show you how to find the Relicblade tabletop simulator mod, which is fantastic and we'll talk about a little bit later. Overall, this is a really fantastic, very succinct look at the Storms of Kural campaign and a great intro to Relicblade.
Like I said, we got 36 cards to add to the mix here, and you'll notice right off the get, if you're a fan of Relicblade, all of these are, I would say, like much wanted cards. Probably and arguably the coolest set of cards is with this set you get 6 new relic cards. These relics are particularly cool because they are what is used to help kind of color the campaigns that you play in Storms of Kural. With the next coolest obviously being the brand new character cards that we've added to the Advocate and the Adversary. I absolutely love Sean's design elements when looking at things like characters. The cards are very crisp and easy to read. The rest of the cards included are all basically upgrade cards to your champion. So it's going to be in the form of skills, equipment, and or potions and weapons. These cards are all, once again, very clean, very easy to understand, and all are adorned with fantastic art from Sean Sutter himself. One note to point out about all these new upgrade cards is the seasoned Relic player will notice that many of them are not class specific, and so are able to be applied to a far greater range of fighters, which is really cool and something that Sean really wanted to do with this set. The last cards included in the set are very utilitarian, but I absolutely love them. It is 2 cards, one to explain the basic actions every character can perform, and the Fate Weave actions that you can perform as a Seeker, which is really nice to have. All in all, a great set, adding great new characters, fantastic new relics, and a plethora of amazing upgrades.
The next thing in this awesome box is the hand-drawn token sheet. There's a ton of awesome tokens, 2 rulers, one based around the adversary, one based around the abdicate, a ton of loot tokens, dodge tokens, anything you'll need to make your game legible and fun to play.
Now that we've seen all the potatoes, it's time to get to the meat. Oh my gato, this is a lot of miniatures, and I'm very excited to take a look.
These models are absolutely fantastic, and not only are they drawn and designed by Sean Sutter, they're actually all sculpted by him as well. They really get across his really cool kind of comic booky style. From a painting perspective, they're really great because they have a lot of like wide, flat planes that any painter will know makes it a lot easier to achieve smooth blends.
What's going to make it even easier to achieve those smooth, tasty blends that Sergey's talking about is the fact that these miniatures are a bit larger than like a normal 28mm heroic scale miniature that me and Sergey are used to. And really with everything that makes it easier. And then another awesome design element is I love that they're slotted. They're metal miniatures, first of all, so they all have a nice heft to them and a nice weight to them. But the fact that they're slotted with slotted bases means that these things are not going to be, breaking off their base, or it's going to be really easy to work with them. I cannot wait to get these fully painted, fully based, and on the battlefield.
Overall, this is an absolutely fantastic box set made for an equally fantastic game.
Absolutely. We gotta thank Sean Sutter once again for sending us this box set before it was released. It's really cool, and me and Sergey are really excited to crack into these miniatures and get a few games going between the two of us.
And we have to give a special shout out to Malev de Shinobi. He is sort of a Renaissance man himself. He's
2 Renaissance guys, really.
Yeah, absolutely. He's an excellent musician. He actually helped design this box set, and he set us up with Sean Sutter, so he's kind of the only reason all of this awesome content is happening.
Thanks, Malev. If you would like to help support Sean and Malev in what they're doing right now, I would suggest grabbing this box set when it becomes available on Metal King Studios' online store.
But if you can't wait for the Storms of Kural, there is an awesome amount of content, faction boxes, individual champions, all available already for Relicblade.
You can also purchase the Main Seeker's Handbook, which is the rulebook in PDF or physical format. There's also extra campaign settings, and you can get digital copies of all of the cards that are currently available.
These PDF versions of the cards and rules are super interesting because they can be used in conjunction with the awesome tabletop simulator mod that Malev and Sean put out.
That's right, you do not have to wait for the pandemic to be over to join in the Relicblade community. If you own Tabletop Simulator, which you can easily get on different formats like Steam, you can load up that official mod, which costs you nothing, and actually play via the internet with anybody in the world.
Tabletop Simulator is an awesome way to try out all the models that you want to try out and maybe experiment a little bit tactically before you actually purchase your models and hit the table.
Now, all of the links will be put in the description below, so if you want to find anything on any of these websites we mentioned, check there. And while you're there, if you would like to support our channel like Sean has done today, simply like the video, share it with someone that you think would enjoy it, subscribe to the channel, and make sure to ring the bell to get notifications for whenever we make new content.
But if you want to support this channel in the best way possible, please consider joining our Patreon campaign. Our patrons are the lifeblood of this channel, and they're what keep all these awesome videos flowing.
There's a lot of miniatures on the table. There's like a rule book right there, and we got tokens that need to be popped out, and there's cards.
We could be playing Relicblade right now. We'll see you on the tabletop.